I'm Amlan from RMIT University, and I'm currently doing MBIT, and I'm in the second semester.
Hey guys, my name is Sai. I'm also doing my MBIT at RMIT and now my second semester of my course.
Like without further ado, I'll just briefly explain the challenge. So the challenge is how are we going to encourage businesses and help them transform the way they have been operating so that they can survive during this global pandemic of COVID-19. So for that, we have come up with a very brilliant solution of an app called as DataQ. Now, this app will not only help them survive, it will also help them cut down costs and increase sales and also help them in other ways. So I'll just briefly explain what are the major problems that all these small businesses are facing due to the global COVID-19. First of all, is that due to the virus, people are not able to visit the stores, which has resulted in a heavy decline of sales. Second of all, businesses really cannot afford these like professional help because usually they're too expensive, and a lot of them are actually ridiculed with scams. So that's why small businesses are very hesitant to go for these like solutions. Second, I think another aspect of it is that they are unable to like analyze their sales and predict that how are they going to improve the sales and how are they going to change the profits. So the solution, as I was talking about DataQ, now DataQ will not only help you increase sales, as I said, it will also help you like cut down your costs. So with the help of AWS servers, we will predict the upcoming sales and inventory management systems during these crises. So for example, if the server predicts that in week one there's going to be less sales, so the owner can actually cut down on stocking up on the inventory so that he does not waste his funds in buying a lot of things. And second of all, he can also understaff in that certain week because there will be less customers. Now, apart from that, this solution is also like a common hub where all the government schemes and private organizations, like for example, if there are any grants or relief funds that are provided by the government. So what this app will do is that based on the preferences that you've put, so when you make your own account, you enter your business details, A to Z, like entire everything, your financial details, your turnover, everything. At that point, this app will predict with the help of a filtering algorithm, it will filter out the best grants that is suitable for your business. So in that way, the owner won't have to search for grants because he has that at his doorstep with the help of the app. I'll just explain that how this app works. For this, we have used an encode feeds the place. So first of all, the owner will enter his database, which is uploaded to the app. We will run this data through the AWS servers, which will over time generate an analytical data. Now, once this data has been generated, we will segregate them into certain categories so that to avoid any ambiguity. Once we have analyzed the data that was generated by the AWS server, we will suggest the business that what should be done next. So we will act like a private consultant by giving them a personal touch. We will relay this to the owner in the most simplest form of language so that if anyone can understand what needs to be done. So this is a pretty simple process and it will save the business owner tons. Sai, if you will take on from here.
Sure. Next slide. Yeah. So how the AWS software works is basically the owner will just upload all his historical data based on the user, his inventory numbers, his cash flow from the last 6 months, his holidays, his product descriptions, what he's been selling, where he's been selling it in, and he would just upload it into the Amazon into his account in his app. The app would run it through the AWS Amazon Forecast Service provider on the AWS database server, customize it, do the modeling, analyze it in properly, and run it through an algorithm, and then present it in such a way that it would be easily understandable. And this would be done within a couple of few hours. So it would cut down the cost of actually sitting at home and doing the work by himself, which would take normally days for him to sit and evaluate all his costs, profits, and market situation and saturation situations. and he would probably have to do it. And with this software, he could do it in a matter of a few hours. Next. So the added features we put together in this app is the customization of the app's dashboard for his convenience and priority. So he may prioritize whether he wants the profit and loss statement first, or else if he wants the risk analysis and the predictions at first to be shown on top, and then maybe later on in the later descriptions if he wants the general idea about it. And he can even select whether he wants to see the descriptions or not for his own evaluation. The other thing would be the data is always backed up in the AWS server, which is an additional feature provided from the AWS. And there will obviously be a 24/7 automated chatbot support service from the app and a personal customer support during the working hours. So the marketing strategy for now, which we have gone through for this specific app, is the social networking ads, which we would do normally, and email marketing, as well as cold calls throughout the world. And as well, if required to give a personal touch, we would try giving out pamphlets as well, which would give more of a straight direct situation. So the AWS charges when it comes to finance is that it generates around 0.60 per 1,000 forecasts. So one forecast could be used for each business. Now in this situation, the data storage as well for 0.088 per GB is being charged, and the training hours is 0.24 per hour, which is not required for the customer, but it will be directed towards us instead. So the pricing as an average, which we've taken out, is in a month, the AWS would charge us around 101.84 AUD per month for their processing charges. And this has been evaluated on the basis of having at least a minimum around of 100 customers. And these are all small business owners like pizzerias, restaurants, delis, like anything which we could or that requires our help. And the current monthly charges, which we would provide, is the first 2 months would be at a discounted price of $10 a month in order to help them. And once they have an improvement on the third month, we will start charging them a regular fee of $18, which is our standard price. And the monthly revenue, which has been approximately detailed, this is based on if we had 100 clients for the first month. So that would come to around $31,900 approximately. So yeah, let's make it out of this virus together, and hopefully this app would actually help other small businesses to get out of this tough, difficult situations and get them back on their feet. Thank you.
Thank you.